going to take a long time, so you may want to get some snacks.
No, that's all right. I think I can wait for it.
Well, I'm going to get food.
Thousands of years ago, before the dawn of man as we knew it, there was the boss of the SFGE, a beastly creature making a crew to put his cards and a dial bone in his own waist. Hurling them at us like players, crinkled hands regardless of what they had fought the previous year. These so-called cards were buried as witches and defecated on hurled into certain players who were awoken by the series running with children. It was on a hotly jolly red gathering that year for many were killed.
I'll bring it to ya. Trey lock and I'm on top. No, you ain't playing cock. Ref Dave, you're up next with the knock knock. Ref Dave, make the money see. Ref Dave, get the honeys G. Driving in my car, living like a star. Stripes on my shirt and my socks and up the tars. Check it. Yeah. We on the stack with teams. Make the homies say yo and the girls wanna scream. Yeah, we on the stack with teams. Make the homies say yo. Number one on the big PP.
Gentlemen.
My mind!
What did I say?
Yes, 5,000.
Don't question it.
Yeah, barbecuing on peanuts. How do you want your melon?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
The astonishing
Belly.
mostly in chicken.
Rough.
Tonight, you.
Check me out, man. I got a couple others now. Oh, man.
Yes! Oh, God, yes!
I will quickly disappear inside your penis and give you an indescribable pleasure beyond all description.
All right, do it.
$30, 50 if you let them watch.
Come on, go for it!
Yeah, make it 50.
50.
30. $50 paid. Oh, we're back after a brief spat. We're still in the middle of contract negotiations with Doc Dave. I miss him very much. Yep. We love that intro too, so I'm going to keep playing it every time, even if I do get sued. No shirtless men tonight. No, I'm a classy dame. Trey a little less so, but no, I invite people with the Hawaiian shirt that's tastefully buttoned down. That's my bag. Unless you're at Southern Fried Gaming, which is coming up, in which case I might do a little dress up, a little nylons, a little crop
never
top.
Know what's gonna pop up there.
And I never know what the hell is gonna happen. You should be so damn lucky, is all I'm saying. We got a whole crop of people. All right. How about this? I dress up as Candyman one night at Southern Fried. The next year, the attendance of out-of-towners spikes. I gotta know the link. I gotta know what's going on here. So, someone said sex sells. I just didn't assume it would be me. Oh my God. So Southern Fried Gaming is, of course, the big try hard event coming up soon. That's also possible. That's also possible. It was a collaborative effort, if we're being honest. So
you know, said there was 3 Candymans there, and the
real one was the least popular. Can't believe it. Let's see. So Southern Fried Gaming is going to be the next big old tournament. I've already requested off. I'm happy. We're gonna be getting down there Friday. Not getting down there early because Trey has a little thing called work. Disgusting.
The schedule actually came out early. I was like, let's get their grand gathering before I request off.
So here's the thing too. We have never like wavered from the fact that we were going down Friday, and I swear we've had more people like within our own friend circle being like not sure whether we were going in Thursday or Friday. It's like we keep saying it's Friday because Trey has to work and we're not leaving without Trey every time. And then it's like, well, we're going down Friday or Thursday. How many times do I have to tell y'all? It's the same answer every time.
Will not be off until Friday, Southern Fried Gaming time.
So, really, yeah. I was about to say, yeah. We're normally I'm fine with leaving.
You want to leave at midnight, you know.
Normally, I really do prefer leaving at midnight, but I also know that our host will not be awake, so we would have to find
4 o'clock when we get there. He'd be up there a little bit after that.
That is true. If we wanted to get that, if we got there around 5 a.m, he actually may be awake. I doubt the rest of our crew would be fine with this. They'd rather have me suffer in midday Atlanta traffic. Yeah. Full emo. I'm good. I don't play an instrument. I'm fine with it. I had a homeless man talk to me about hearing cover bands in Seattle while I was trying to get cheap chicken tenders at the grocery store. I'm good on talking about bands. By the way, a pound of chicken tenders, $1.95. I'm sold at the grocery store, brother. I got so many. I got like 6 packs. I'll defrost one at a time and just have myself a ball. It shows people don't listen. It's normally people that I would have expected to listen that were asking too. That's the crazy part. Hello, Mikey. Cards are in the mail. Stop pestering Colby Cram. He's a busy man. He's working today. You got to remember he's a few hours behind you. He'll get to helping you out when he can. Let's see. Why don't I pull up, since we're on the topic of Southern Fried, why don't I pull up the old extra screen? I hate having to do this because Dave should be the one doing this. Boy, I hope this is the right thing. Nope. I shared the screen that I'm currently on. Damn it. All right. Screen 2. Whee! Here we go. So I'm on the old Steve Resk Super Show app. We have Southern Fried Gaming, Border Wars, got the Trios Scramble, because apparently Southern Fried has just become that big where we need to have like one of every format. And because I was like, why the fuck are we playing trios at Southern Fried? And it's like, all respect. Like I had a fun time in the Nookie's Fortune at Grand Gathering, but it's also like, man, we just had the largest tournament that we're going to have for trios this year. Let's see. Finding this one. There we go. I found the rules for Border Wars. Border Wars from El Jefe himself, Chris Breimer. Border Wars 2026, hashtag Super Show. Teams of 3, a maximum of 1 top 96 competitor on each team. Teams will play double elimination throughout the weekend. At the start of each match, captains randomly decide who makes the first pairing. Second captain decides the second and third pairing. Each person plays a single match against whoever is assigned to them with a strict 30-minute time limit. Any match that goes to time is a double loss. Whichever team wins the most games wins the round. Finals will be on Sunday. Undefeated team must lose twice. Border Wars has changed every year, and that we've done it.
I was gonna say, I've only got to play when it's been the teams of 3. I didn't get
The
to
fir-
actually play the states version.
Yeah, the actual states version, when it was confinable to that, it really got to the point where Atlanta was much too large for it. Would have had to be like west Atlanta, east Atlanta type shit, or a north south Atlanta, like, because there was just too many people who wanted to play. Because that year that it was like the team of 6, they were also trying to do it T50, and Piglet was like the most successful cheater of all time. He had 4 T50 competitors because they were all trying to play
said
themselves.
The ruling said that you couldn't have 2 T50 competitors. So
it's true. You couldn't have 2.
Like,
you could have 4.
I had 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the crazy thing. We won that one. So that was fun. And so that's why they were like, yeah, we had to get this format out of here. Let's see. So that's fun. We're gonna do a little stacked card at Southern Fried. It's gonna be me, you, and the Dom, the director of media, the Possum King. I am everybody's last choice. Trey had 3 different options at teams before he got to me. I was like, Matthew, what are you doing? Nothing. Cool. Who else needs somebody? So we were just trying to figure out what was going on. Trey was left by the wayside by the Korean, by Zach and Chuck took the Korean first, and now they're discovering teaming with him is like.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Have fun with that is all I'm saying. I don't even team with the guy. I just am in spider stuff with him normally.
You have teamed with him.
What have I teamed with him with? I can't remember.
You won a Money in the Bank with him.
It's one tag team match. I did play one tag team match because Piglet did not want. Piglet became Deep South Tag Team GM, said, hey, Drew, take over this. And I was like, okay. And then he didn't want to be Deep South Tag Team GM anymore and said, hey, Drew, take over this. Every time. And that's why I was like, I had to stop when he kept asking me to do that. Yeah, we won that match when I was the most pit-stained TVA commissioner of all time. That was the Southern Fried, where I first envisioned the TVA or the vacation commissioner, mainly because I couldn't wear a fucking suit in Alabama summer or in Atlanta summer anymore. Southern Fried was going to be either June or July for the rest of the time. I could not wear a black suit and walk into the con. I was dying. Yeah, Even with deodorant, I felt bad for those around me that night because it was just, you could just see in the pictures just dead. Let's see. So that is Border Wars. That seems neat. We'll be all right. Horse said, Brimer said, I love playing trios. Could I run a trios event at Southern Fried? Just so he could play himself? Play his own trios event? That's crazy. US Scramble. We have, of course, having a US event for reasons. Don't know why. Tornado event. Listen, the tornado event, I understood. The GM is from Atlanta. They play tornadoes. Like, done. Sold. Like, understood. Like, no issues whatsoever. We have a Underworld event, which will be taking place after Tag on Saturday. That's fun because, Underworld GM Bob Dunn's going to be there. Might as well. We have the Deep South Tag. Ooh, even more teams have signed up. I can check these and see if they're fitting. We have the Southern Fried Gaming Create a Competitor, which will be Worlds Booked. No Hall of Fame. So you can't play Hall of Fame people. And it will have stips. I don't think it's the current stip block. I think it is just the stip block.
It is the current stip block.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine for who I was thinking about playing anyway then. Let's see.
Yeah. Worlds and Hall of Fame booked. It'll be just the steps from the stip pool.
Okay. Easy enough. And Something for me, Deep South Tag. I recorded a whole how-to for Deep South Tag. I'm pleased to see more people sign up. Let me see. I'm going to open this to where everybody can't see it because I am curious because I've had some excellent teams, some that make sense. It's like I without reading who's playing what, I can say Slade Holiday and Downriver Drew approved. Rumble Service approved. She Unit approved. Snap and Pop 500 approved. Oh my God, what are we doing here?
That one is a cancerous thing.
Yes. The Snap and Pop.
The Snap and Pop.
Yeah, it's tough, but approved. Kang Trail, I hate to approve it, but I have to. I am quite literally forced to do this. I hate it so much. Time Travel Extraordinaires. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I of course approve it. Grim Thoughts. Oh, that's fun. Yep, I'll approve that. And Good Morning Express. So that is Jeremy and Lauren. Yeah, all approved for me. All right, that's fun. Yeah, Southern Pride. I'm very excited for, as always. It's kind of like a smaller grand gathering, Southern grand gathering. It's gonna be weird because some of the like the gallery or whatever that the Southern Pride was attached to that we like walked through is closed. So no more Subway and that sports bar or whatever that we could never get into because it was always packed.
It was.
I never ate there. Heard it was fine. Was always packed. Couldn't ever eat there. Is gone. But there's apparently going to be some food trucks. And yeah, the sports bar was fake. Yeah, that's just... I remember one time the sports bar took like an hour and a half.
We were trying to go do it while the wrestling show was on. They're like, yeah, it'll be an hour and a half to get a table. And we're like, well, we're not going to get a table then.
So I remember we walked with Griffin Bell to a Mexican restaurant and we were all dying. I thought we may have lost Possum. It was very close. And that's why we all probably, honestly, I would compare it to that. Yeah, it's the Captain Con of the South. Somehow with less official representation, I would say that Southern Pride is fast becoming for the players, by the players. Eat shit, GameStop.
I was going to say there's more stuff I feel to do at Southern Pride, though, if you don't want to just do Super Show. As compared to Captain Con. It's a hell of a board game. Like there's a massive board game area that with board game rentals and also the giant dealer room that has an insane amount of pinball and whatever. And there's also like guests as spoiled by the SRG BOSS, Gallows and Anderson are going to be there. Which is funny because we lost $1 Million Man, which is very upsetting for Paul, but we gained Gallows and Anderson, and they are going to have their own competitor sets come out. So their booth is going to have a massive influx of people, I'm sure. Let's see, and also big thing coming out, as you see, mine and Trey's very boring chat history of us just talking about matchups and shit for Sunday night fights in which we both won. Trey, and a very infuriating thing because as I mentioned, bladder breaking. Trey hit bladder breaking bear hug twice and failed to make it stick twice. Oh my God. You catch them with it one time. You just don't expect it to go through a second time.
Yeah. Couldn't believe it. It's like the first time was the funniest because it's like, yeah, but your gimmick's not blank. I didn't roll 30. It was like, yeah, but you have Savor the Moment.
But you actually blanked my gimmick.
But you blanked my gimmick. That's so funny. All right, so Grand Pack Wave 4 is going to be the big thing. So we've got some new cards, some reprints. So first we got
Stop any lead grapple. The player with the most cards in their hand discards 1 card from the hand. We love this for Trey. Trey loves hand destruction. Although, be fair, this one only affects the guys who's drawn a lot. So if you, it's not going to hurt you if you're being punished already by a hand destruction comp. Double cross, double stop. Need more? That's fine. Platano, counter drop kick. Stop any finish grapple that doesn't have a comp logo. Interestingly enough, doesn't have a comp logo. It also works on skill finishes, so that's cool. So this is one
this
card.
Replaces the 1 through 3 in the grand battle.
Pretty much, yeah. It'll replace that 1 through 3. Heading out, fewer draw, friendly berry. Honestly, like pretty good 1 through assuming that this is the 1 through 3, like pretty good variety here. Swift takedown, because we need more what's it called? What's her name? Vigilante.
You got the Swift arm wrestling anyway there, so
yeah, but if you don't want to run a skill card there, you have another Swift. But also a takedown for Ursus.
On the same number as well.
Man. Turnbuckle slams, double stop, dude chill, God bless product infringement over here. Also, God bless them, no keywords. Running takedown, walk through the fire. Yep. Double Dean Buster, full throttle. I'm in control. Oh, what a horrifying picture with bag. That man's going to die. Bob and weave, Mr. and Mrs. Cringe. Dive skull first. We are back on the keyword train. We got a dive. We got a skull. We love it. Double chin music. Swift kick. Whatever, flip cards until you flip a follow-up. Not for me. Taking you to school. Moon drop. Barricade buster. So it looks like the 4 through 6, we have these flip until you flip a follow-up, add the follow-up, and then
I think one of those new ones paired with it, right? Maybe that's the reason we're getting the 4 through those in there, 4 through 6.
Maybe. Press into the ropes. So we got a press and a rope keyword. Let's see. Of course he did. Of course he did. I play Terror Skull, and because I play Chain Skull, I don't play any of the ones that have the skull keyword. I just took those out. Soup and sauce toss.
That's crazy that Steve would change it around to make the keywords fit him instead of what you asked for. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah,
completely changing the skill requirement and the name on the card to benefit himself. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. Ankle scissor. Is there an? I don't think that there's an ankle competitor out here. It should have damn been right angle. Chop the groin, elevated, embrace the cringe, grab hold. That's the 6. So cosmic uprising. We love a cosmic. Your opponent cannot move cards they haven't played at any other location with their gimmick. Put 1 card with cosmic in the name from your discard pile on top of your deck. Sounds good to me. Dive to the outside. Search your deck or discard pile for Flying Lariat and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck when you flip card. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I guess what I was thinking about. It wasn't with 4 through 6. So
yeah, when you flip cards for Flying Lariat, add 2 of the flip cards to your hand. Weird combo. Mancer Eye Gouge. That new line got immediately reprinted and alt-arted. Didn't know that Rising Sun had a beard. Guess he does now. Let's see. You're a slow horse. Once again, somehow no keywords, so I all done. All in on this. Crowd meters considered -2 for all effects. If you would bump on the next turn roll, your opponent's turn roll is instead -1. Peter Lionheart is back in fucking business. Peter Lionheart is back on the fucking menu, boys. I am so hyped. I cannot wait. Because before you had to sacrifice a 22 through 24, now you can do it 7 through 9. Holy shit. I have it still pulled out. I am excited. I was made for the spotlight. Love this card. Love this line. Marcel, I guess Marcel's mother gave Marcel one to sign and hand to me. Was very happy to receive that. Can't wait to get the rest of the line. I run it in my Cherry Glamazon deck. This fucking Mike. At least I like Mike more than the other guy who cribs my style. Boss, right? Look, boss cards, Trey. Your opponent cannot move cards.
Card.
And it's also a boss Rade. Yeah. Your opponent cannot move cards they haven't played at any other location with their gimmick. Funny that boss has the anti-hide line. Boss from discard pile on top of your deck. Dynamic slam. Another slam.
Another
Mick. Mr. Pollywood. Search your deck or discard pile for driving the corner. Add to your hand. Shuffle your deck. When you flip cards for driving the corner, add 2 of the flip cards to your hand. Snap German suplex. Each player randomly buries 1 card in their hand. Draw 2. Time Jam. 2 guys coming to Southern Fried. The crowd meter is considered -2 for all effects. If you would bump on the next turn roll, your opponent's turn roll is -1. Cool. Who decided that? Very good. I got old Kibo, the East End Enforcer, was slamming me with this card with Joe Hendry. That was very annoying.
Ooh.
I need that. Blinded by salt. Ow. Also,
that's
is that
salt?
Manja? I can't remember. That looks like Manja's hairstyle. The bob on the back. Interesting. Search your deck for a spotlight. Blinded by salt. A bird uprising. It was only a matter of time before he had a bird uprising. Also, all of these new sings. A Genesis Chinlock. Okay.
wait, but that was a different art though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what this one may. This one may be the real art. Yeah, this is a different art. That's funny. Yeah, so Manja got edited out for the dude. That makes sense. Pineapple says you are out. Oh, a new pineapple card on a 9, so that's cool. Oh, and an out card for
locking them out.
Yeah, locking them out. Targeted attack. Search your deck. Working on the knee. Add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. When you flip working on the knee, add 2 of the flip cards to your hand. There we go. Should have just been Cracker Potion, but as Steve said, to make it less racist, he added Back Cracker Potion. If you have another lead in play, bury up to 3 cards in your hand and draw the same number of cards plus 1. Yes. My reference art that I sent in for this alt art was indeed a future album cover, Dirty Sprite. Except instead of Sprite, we just have sweet tea, which is apparently also fucking mint juleps. Thanks, Denoya.
I don't know. Did he put orange slices in there too?
I'm gonna hope it's lemon. It's
just very orange.
Lemon. Yeah, the tea itself is orange. I'm gonna hope that it's a lemon. It's the mint on top that I'm a little okay with. Like whatever. Kraken face off. Another crack face off at XP Wrestling. So face and crack. If your gimmick is blank, your opponent's gimmick is blank. Yay! If you have another lead in play, look at your opponent's hand. Cool. Kaiser Wolf support and anti-night terror. I'm all in on this line. Low Flying Elbow, a Pixel Palace reprint. Cool. Those cards were mad expensive if you didn't get there, and they're very useful for book matches. All right, so I need set 2, second part. Oh. Let's see. Did it not go all the way to 15? Let's see. Is there a section that has that's supposed to have the 15s? This is infuriating. This is the really bad part about posting these on Facebook and not like a gallery somewhere else. All right, there we go. I don't know whether I just clicked out. You're gonna have to pretend you didn't see these a second ago. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. The goozle. I hate my life. This is the worst day of my life. All right, there we go. There we go. We're almost there. All right, we're just gonna have to start there. Over the shoulder boulder throw, another reprint. Iconic scoop slam. That's if you're gimmick blanker there. Win when you can, but always cheat. And that's the bury up to 3 and draw 1. Power in the Union Jack. Your opponent's okay, so this is the line that I missed at the 10 on. Your opponent's effects cannot move this card from play. If your opponent has a card in play, this card can only be stopped by follow-ups. Huh. Interesting.
Definitely don't play that against aggro people.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's the only way to stop it is to be mad aggro. Okay, so I guess these are getting reprinted. The Unchained Wizard Knee, the $1 American dollar. This is the lightning fast Goozle. Yep. Yes. Cannot be stopped by the 7 seals. Derailed is my text. Your next turn roll is -1 for each of the lead you have in play. Wow, isn't this hot in the streets? Stolen Valor. If you have another lead in play, bury up to 3 cards. I don't have any of these. I'm very excited to get some. Emotional damage. For the emo team. Overhand wrist lock. Oh, I've been saying overhand wrist lock when? Because I'm tired of these fucking night terrors. I'm tired of these refineries. Finally. Get this shit out of here. Rising threat. Your opponent's next turn roll is -1 for each sub you have in play. The next time your opponent's... Okay, so this is the missing one that did not get made at Pixel. So we got a C. Rising threat. Gas money, double stop. Over the top, but not out. Each player randomly buries 3 cards in their hand and draw 1. Gross. Phenomenal punch. This is the missing one that will be very useful for a ton of people. And a punch. Nah, I wouldn't use this in my tornado and right hand man. Soaring drop kick, double stop, strike the body. So we're finally getting fewer than draws on 13 through 15. So that's very fun. Strike. Big blue team wins. A big card. I am obligated to hate this.
But I'm thinking he's a power, not a grapple. So.
Well, Drew is grapple 10.
No. Is Phil not the big keyword guy?
Yeah, he's grapple 8.
Oh, I thought he was power 8. Okay.
No, that was the thing. People were saying he should have been like a colossal smasher, etc., playing into your weakest. But that makes no sense knowing Phil Birch. Lovely guy, very thin. Let's see. Double German. Pixel Perfect Plex. Stop any finish up with that comp logo. Nice. Already out. Ring Collapse with East End Enforcer and the Big Shot. Denoya just be plugging people in here, man. Union sanctioned firebomb, La Phoenix support. We love it. A wrench in the plan.
Another wrench. Huh?
No, yeah. If it weren't a 15, maybe if I play against,
everyone loves randomly bearing 3 cards in their hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, well, we're
both
randomly
gonna go minus 3 cards in hand. This seems like a great card.
Technically, the person who plays it goes -2.
No, because you have to play the card, so you also go -3.
Yeah, I guess. Bird brained headlock, double step, cut you off, which is already out. Detroit brainwash breaker. I did not click out of that. I was hitting.
No. The 16's the next one.
Oh, thank God. I was like, man. All right. You outkicked your coverage, pal. So we got a kick keyword. So this is the replacement for turn the tension into power misprint. So this is the ones to actually make it real. I love this line. The other one's
still the Pier 6 Brawl or whatever, but this is just a pair with the 19 over pairing with the 10.
Yeah.
And that was the problem is it didn't, the 10 through 12 was just so bad.
They're dog shit. They're really bad.
Like if it did something else to pair with these cards, I think would have seen a lot more play. Yeah. And they probably should have seen more play, but people just ignored it because they could not do the last line of text. But if you got another strike, shuffle a strike, draw a card, it's probably better a lot of times than, Steel City Showdown, stacking it on top.
Yeah, I mean, they both have their cases, but it's also like still good.
Yeah.
Like the effect is not like direct to hand or direct to top gate. You may not get it the next turn, but still overall like still good. And a lot of times you can get your 19 into play because somebody's going to throw a grapple at you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, it's hard to get that card into play. What fucking games are you playing where you're not using any C1 stop ones? Dude, they must all be smashes.
This is great if I can keep them from playing grapples.
Yeah. Becoming hate. When I first read this, it was very late at night, and I was like, "This fucker snuck a table in here." And then I was like, "Nope, actually, he spelled it right." I thought he was gonna intentionally misspell because I saw the table. I was like, "This fucking guy snuck a table in here. I know it. I don't trust him." Let's see. That's drop on the floor. Catch the microphone. Nice. Flip 2 for each card you have in play with microphone in hand. Add 1 card with microphone in the name from discard pile to hand. Nice. Demolition driver. If you have another grapple in play, search your deck for up to 3 grapples and put them into your discard pile. Shuffle your deck and draw 1. That's interesting.
So it's kind of like the Destiny's Call.
Yeah, it's kind of, but on the same type.
Yeah.
But, certain matchups where it's like, I'm not throwing subs. How about I discard 3 subs?
Yeah, but then you already have to have the other sub in play, so it's tough.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but if you're playing a recursion character or like Barry from the bottom, it might be useful. Old Possum King might discard some strikes and bury them, get it back. Friends putting friends through tables. There you go. There's your table. If you have another grapple in play, discard 2 cards from your hand, add 1 card from discard pile to hand. I did not have this line. I didn't have the
the placing the flock.
Yeah, the flock. Diminished flock.
Diminished flock, yes.
We have a reprint of Lightning Helix Pile Driver. That's nice with correct printing because the misprint is finished strike in play. Here we go. A bomb spine adjustment. You have another sub in play. Discard 2 cards from your hand and add 1 card from your discard pile to hand. Yes, we need more keywords. We couldn't fit a lock in here anywhere. Just lock. And Steve Resk said this is already too much. We need to throw a skull on here instead of bomb. Catch the drumstick.
I thought that he would actually drop the E and then we just have another spin in there instead of spine. Oh
my God. A little spine-astroni. Catch the Drumstick, which is a drumstick on an 18, so that's interesting. Huh. His drumsticks are 16s.
Yeah, they're yellow.
Yeah, a spinning head twist. The result is the same. Goodbye. Turn the tension into power. Now the result is the same.
Except for your power keyboard competitors.
Right, yeah. There's also a 6. That's true. That's true. The guitar is on that, but we already had guitar swing, so it's less interesting, I guess. Game the system.
Gaming the system.
Gaming the system. I like this art a lot, actually. The three meeples is funny. Let's see, double clothesline, of course, getting reprinted. Cool. He's my friend. He's my alibi. Tag cards. If your opponent has another grapple play, stop any grapple. Your opponent and your tag team partner draw one, and you cannot be prevented from double teaming or saving. So,
very interesting cards.
I was about to say, when they were first brought up, they did not have that last line.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're better, of course. Unfortunately, I have to be like, oh, well, he's capitulating to the save tag from tagging people. Let's see. Strike hard if your opponent has another grapple play, stop any grapple, or each player chooses one card that their opponent has in play and discard it. So it's an or. Blockbuster deal, reprint. Get burned, alt art. Nice. The Samoa Joe. There you go. There's your Southern Fried callback.
And you got another drop, Drew.
It's very hilarious that it's a drop. If your opponent has another sub in play, stop a sub. Your opponent and your tag. Although we already had drop on the floor, so Your opponent cannot be prevented from double teaming or saving. Best looking card in the game. See, we already had drop on the floor. Fade away. It's cool art.
I feel like that's just a tough line to actually play as the or, because you're just not going to get ahead with it.
Not really, no. Let's see. Hook the top rope, alt art. This drop isn't as good. Yeah, no shit. Old school shoulder breaker reprint, nice. Birds of a feather. Another bird card. Never lose focus. No keywords allowed. Thank God. Reverse the pressure. Catch sleeper stretch. Eat shit, Johnny Correa. Well scouted. Oh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Face first. Of course, Steve would try and get that reprinted. Fleecing the flock. Showboat. Tommy knee smash. Cracking goal kick. Another crack. Discard the bottom 3 cards of your deck. Shuffle 2, draw 1. That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to discard and shuffle in exactly what you want. Ace Crusher. Please. Alley-oop. Did I miss one? All right, no. Alley-oop. Cobra Clutch Slam. Clutch and Slam.
And Cobra.
Is Cobra a keyword anywhere?
Well, no, Jax probably shuts it off, but I thought one of the Wrestling Revolver guys had a Cobra something.
Oh, maybe. Unchained Aggression. Great line. Daredevil Slam reprint. This is somehow the worst art of blindside bombing. Destiny's Call. Lock down the starboard side. More locks, more stars.
I don't know that you play that over your standing ankle lock, but it's a different option.
I see. Paul Walter Hauser has Cobra. That's it. Who fought Cardona? Is that Paul Walter Hauser? Vicious triple suplex. Bash in the corner. bladder punch, double elbow, simple drop kick, hammering tackle. That, hey, mwah. No notes. Perfect 25 through 27. Catch cutter, game time drop, kanging and banging, Midland minions, breakout. No notes. Bankrolling a championship, gas you up. This is my boo, boo. This is no. This is my I'm the foremost owner of this is my kendo stick in this area among my friends. I have the most. This is my kendo sticks. No, I have two. Thank you very much, Trey.
I figured someone had borrowed the other one.
No, I hold them close. Oh my god, yeah. My tricks with the kendo stick can be repeated by many now. Double hand hold, unexpected shake. And now we can go to what we're going to do, and we are going to roast and be jealous of new competitors. Big Match Pete, as some say, definitely not Johnny T. When you have 2 or more cards in your discard pile with American or history, at least it's American, not just America, or history in the name, your strike and sub kills are +1. So it is literally Johnny T, but discard pile based. Let's see. Sherman's March, that is +2 to the 6, plus potentially 3 to the 7. Your next 3 turn rolls are +1. The Yorktown Encirclement. I've been to Yorktown. +2 to grapple. If you have 3 cards with American in the name, your opponent gets 1. What the fuck? Yeah, gets 1 breakout roll this turn. I guess it's just 5 to a 7, but still. The Federalist Press +1 to +1 to the 9, +2 to the 5. Draw 2. Your opponent buries 2 in their hand. Yeah, pretty fucking good. New Blackstone.
I guess it depends on if you get any new keywords for it, but as soon as it gets more keywords, that's
new keywords for American. Have you ever heard of Alexander Slamilton?
History.
Well, he can do history, but American is definitely that'll never be stopped. Black Star, once per turn roll, when your target rolls their highest or lowest printed skill, you may reroll your turn roll. So Jay White, but probably the best version of it. I don't know. It depends. You get to reroll on a 9 and potentially beat it, or it's like, hey, you rolled a 5. I also rolled a 5. I'm going to reroll. So you can't. It's hard to bump on 5s and get a chance to get a bump to a 10. Galactic Execution +4 to the 6. Draw 1. Your opponent randomly discards 1 from their hand. All right. Cosmic Reaper +3 to the 5, +1 to the 7. You rerolled your turn roll. This is so it's Blade Runner. This card's also a lead. Celestial Oblivion +1 to the 9, +2 to the 7. Look at your opponent's hand, choose 1, finish and bury it, add 1, grapple or sub. Yeah, this is Jay White style ass finishes. Yep. Eager Engineer. Bob Dunn, new competitor. At the end of your target's turn, draw until you reach your minimum hand size, max 6. Not minimum hand size is max 6. You can only draw 6 cards. Potentially crazy considering double stops and gimmick blanker cards. Furious Flying Forearm, which is +2 to the 6, +2 to the 8. If you drew cards from your gimmick last turn, this card's also a lead. Let's see. +2 to tech, +3 to agility. Bury any number of cards in your hand. Your opponent buries the same number of cards in their hand. God, stop it. Track Twister +4 to power. If your minimum hand size is greater than your opponent's minimum hand size, your opponent gets 1 fewer. So
probably.
Yeah, probably considering there's going to be an entrance coming out to increase minimum hand size. Emo Foxworthy. When you hit a card with emo, sad, or sing in the name, you may reroll your next turn roll. He got Bob Dunn. He won up Bob Dunn. He got another reroll comp. Self-conclusion, +2 to tech, +4 to agility. Each player discards cards from the hand equal to crowd meter +2. Each player buries the same number of cards in their discard pile. Okay, a little mutual self-destruction. Yeah. Not for nothing. +2 to power, +2 to grapple. Twice per turn, you may discard 2 cards from your hand with emo, sad, or sing in the name to reroll your finish roll. Hey, that's fun.
That's a Chuck finish right there.
For sure. I want to hear you sad. +2 to tech, +2 to agility. When this card's in your reroll, when this card is in your discard pile and you rerolled your turn roll, you may reveal and bury 1 card from your hand with emo or sad in the name to add +1 to your turn roll. Cool. Ooh, frequent agent, assassin, frequent flyer, news support. This is sick. When your opponent hits a lead or follow up, you may discard 1 card with high or table in the name from your hand to blank that card's text until the end of your turn. Okay. And he is an assassin with tech 8, power 7. Those who cling to life die. +2 to the 7. If stot, you may discard 1 card from your hand with high or table in the name to shuffle this card into your deck. Okay, cool. Those who cling to death live. +3 to the 5. Your next breakout roll is +1, which can stack, so that's cool. If your opponent breaks out, you may discard 1 card with high or table in the name from your hand to add this card to your hand. Man, there need to be a lot. You're gonna hella tables in this deck. Binding debt to be repaid, +5 to sub. The next time your opponent breaks. Oh, so this is the Hornet finish. If the crowd meter's 5 or greater, your opponent loses the match via pinfall. That's fun. Grandmaster Pain.
Colossal Strike. Paul is loving this.
This is going to be sick. He loves it, and yes, I know it's all John Wick references with the high table. We love the callback to all of the Colossal Smash with Strike 8. Whenever you would discard or bury any number of cards from your hand for a card effect or gimmick, the number of cards buried or discarded is -1. Your Unchained Aggression is just draw 2, add 1 from hand. It's kind of cool.
Seems fun.
Yeah. Shield of Faith
finishes.
with big finishes. +2 to tech, +2 to strike. So +2 to what? 7? Is he sub or tech 7? Tech 6. All right. So +2 to 6, +2 to the 8. If stop, choose strike, grapple, or sub. If your opponent wins the next turn roll, they cannot. So advise from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fucking cool, which makes sense with it being a shield. Crusade Ender. +4 to the 5, 1 to the 9. If your opponent has more cards in their hand than you, their maximum hand size is -6. Woof.
He's ended the crusade.
He's ending the crusade. Come on. It's chugging along. It's trying its best. Am I gonna have to might have to reopen a different tab that's less dead. Let's see. All right, here we go. Divine Judgment. +2 to the 5, +3 to the 7. If your opponent, each player reveals 1 card in their hand. If their card number is greater than your opponent's card number, your finish roll is +1. If not, they discard the reveal card. So you just keep your grapple finish and just throw the sub. And then it's like, well, you had better reveal your finish grapple or finish sub.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. New King Kong Dundee.
But to be fair, you shouldn't be throwing a finish sub into that guy, but
no, yeah, technically, yeah. But often you would throw it away, so it punishes you.
Yeah, you gotta leave it in your hand, yes.
Yeah. New King Kong Dundee. Suspiciously drafted by Team Bob Dunn, but who knows? When you hit a card with block or jam in the name, choose 1 card your opponent has in play and discard it. If you discard it at a stop, you may bury 1 card in any player's discard pile. Block or jam. The jam line, +4 to strike once per turn. If your opponent has fewer cards in play than you may force them to re-roll their first breakout roll. Okay. The concrete block, +2 to grapple. If stopped, you may discard 1 card from your hand and put this card into play. Ooh. So that's just a +2 to the 8. All right. Fair enough. The last lap, +2 to power. Your strike skills plus the crowd meter minimum +2. Okay. Le Penguin. When you roll strike for your turn roll, you may search your deck for up to 1 card, put it in your discard pile, and shuffle your deck.
So if you win your turn roll, you get rid of a card that you don't want to draw.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if you want to recur something and it's on the bottom of your deck or don't know where it is, like discard.
Yeah. If you have the recursion piece in hand,
which I'm sure that's what that deck is definitely going to be, is heavy recursion. +3 to agility, +3 to strike. Stop any finish grapple with cannot break out in the text. How many of those exist? Trying to remember how many of these. I don't have the PC open, yo. If your opponent has more cards in their hand than you, randomly add 1 card from your discard pile to your hand until you have an equal number of cards in hand. All right. Obviously a tag finish. +3 to agility, +3 to strike. Because I think it's +3 to the 6, +3 to the 10 on Penguin. La Glace Guillotine. If your opponent breaks out, you may put this card into play from your discard pile.
That's not a spotlight?
No, it does. It's just put it into play. Technically, it shouldn't be from your discard pile. It's just put into play. It's got, and it's just like Dosmo ass. We are missing a sub finish. No new sub for Penguin. Go to hell. My favorite gimmick, Mr. Coldfinger. Your flying cutter is also 17, 22, and 24. If your opponent is Young Allergy, the person, because the competitor does not exist, their gimmick is blank. This is anti back hurting. Funny as hell. And in the comments, I say, Steve Resk, give me this gimmick with John Porverino as the target, and my soul is yours. Oh my god, would love it. Of course, you
gotta have a bunch of lariats though, not flying cutters.
Yeah, that would be the funniest part. +3 to power, +2 to strike. If your opponent breaks out, shuffle up to 4 cards with cutter from discard pile to deck. The Cold Finger Cutter. If you have at least 2 flying cutters in play, this card cannot be stopped by follow-ups. Uh-oh. He's already agility 10, but still. The temperature
you
check.
Got the 19. You got to use that 19 on that flying cutter.
Yeah. +3 to power, +1 to sub. You may bury 2 flying cutters from your discard pile to reroll your finish roll. That's kind of neat. Nice. Mr. C, Kirk Polka, where the hell are you now? Once per turn roll. If you're
But just go ahead and book this for Southern Fried, because there's no way the tag matches are getting done if this guy's in the game.
Is this just literally?
There is going to be a reroll every turn unless you bump. Tag not necessarily, because you and your opponent would both have to have the lowest one. But still, yes, this is just going to make games last longer because someone is going to have to reroll every turn.
It's like playing against Bob Dunn. The Mr. Seesaw, but these finishes are cracked. +2 to power, which honestly he needed the fucking help. +2 to power, +1 to strike, +1 to grapple. If you rerolled your turn roll, double these bonuses.
Which, if you're winning the turn roll, it's more than likely.
Yeah. Power play plunge. Your finish roll is +1. If you rerolled your turn roll, your power is +3. Each player buries 4 cards in hand. Yeah. +3 to strike, +1 to sub. Draw the bottom 2 cards of your deck. Hey, we love those. The little Scorpio Sting. Is that literally a Scorpio Sting? Almost. It's 6 to a 9, 8 to a 9. Scorpio Sting's 9 to a 10. Yeah, awesome. Oh, is that why it's a Scorpion? Yeah, it's like the Scorpion Deathlock. Yeah. I see what you're doing there. Razzle Dazzle and Tux. You and your target cannot bury stops when the discard from the discard pile when a turn is passed. Trey's gonna love this. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. +3 to power. +1 to attack. +1 to agility.
I mean, this is definitely a lot fairer than some of the other hand destruction ones that have been made.
That's true. Your opponent flips 1 card for each card you have in play with head, shoulder, knee, or toe. And they can't bury any stops. That's hell. The merry-go-round broke down. +3 to power, +1 to agility, +1 to grapple. You may randomly discard 1 card from your hand to shuffle all cards you have in play into your deck. Draw 2. Hell yeah. Test of Penguin. Yeah, I agree, Eddie Fury. It probably should be Taste of Penguin. +2 to power, +4 to sub. Shuffle 4. Ref Dave. Ref Dave, same gimmick.
We got him on the show.
We finally found a way to get Ref Dave back on the show. First 2 finishes, yep, still broken. But the last one, we got the Cardona butt chin, baby. The butt shoulder is just blasting Ref Dave in the face. Also, this fucking spotlight sub is fucking crazy. +3 to sub. Your opponent's strike skills -2. When this card's in your discard pile, when your opponent won the last turn roll, your turn roll is +1. Your target won the last 2 turn rolls. Your turn roll is +2. It's Panda Muerta, but crazier. And not crowd meter dependent. The judge, Tim Riley. At the start of the match, draw 3 cards, and you and your target randomly bury 1 card in your hand. Okay. He's an EC3 guy. I get it. Destroya, finish strike. Is he? Oh, boo. He's a sub 10 with a spotlight strike tray. Boo, boo. +1 to power, +3 to strike. When this card would be randomly buried or randomly discarded, you may reveal it, add it to your hand, and your opponent randomly discards 1 card from their hand instead. That's hella fucked in the beginning of the game. Yeah, that's going to be the craziest part if he gets to do this and your opponent starts the game with 1 card in hand. Understanding in a car crash, +3 to tech, +1 to grapple. You may randomly bury either player's. Oh my god! Rejected. Draw 2.
Mike was just asking about that.
+3 to tech, +1 to grapple. Suffocate City. If the crowd meter is +3, or excuse me, if the crowd meter is 3 or greater, and you rolled sub for your turn roll, this card cannot be stopped. I mean, sure, it's a very dependent, unstoppable.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to help manipulate the crowd meter now too.
Yeah. Misfit. When your opponent hits a card, your power and tech are +1 until the start of the next turn. Most entertaining leg drop, +1 power, +1 tech, +2 agility. If your opponent hit a card last turn, double these bonuses. Another finish strike, Violent World. +1 to tech, +3 to agility, +1 to strike, +2 to grapple. If your opponent breaks out, both players shuffle their discard pile into their deck and you draw 1. Written and directed by the Misfit. A spotlight grapple on a strike 10. Damn it. +3 to sub, +1 to grapple. When this card's in your discard pile, if your opponent won the last 3 turn rolls, you add this card to your hand, and your next turn roll is +1. If you're getting waxed, you get the spotlight grapple back. Admit that I'm better. Finish sub on Eddie or Freddie Mercury, kind of. +2 to agility, +3 to sub, once per turn roll. If you rolled agility for your finish roll, you may reroll it. So reroll the 5, even if it's 5 to a 7. Cool. OTC, the original trash chief, the trash man. When you hit a card with trash can in the name, you may re-roll your next turn roll. All these re-roll comps and Bob Dunn ain't got none of them. Trash man punch. Finish strike, +1 to power, +2 to agility. If you have a card and play with trash can in the name, this card's also a follow-up. Probably going to be a follow-up a lot. Understand your place. +2 to tech, +2 to agility. When this card's in your discard pile, you are considered to have a card and play with trash can in the name for your effect. So this thing is always a fucking follow-up.
Yep.
It seems good. I ain't see no horse head. +2 to tech, +3 to sub. Your opponent discards 1 card from the hand for each card you haven't played with trash in the name.
So
good.
at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2. I'd say this is the kind of spotlight carrying on a strike 10 that I can agree with. Even though, yeah, it'll always be a follow-up. Yeah, but it's on as 5/6, I guess. Yeah, that looks fun. And you could also do like let's see. This works with I see. If you run that finish grapple in, because it has the Trash Man logo on it, if you run that in original Trash Man or use, or I guess he just use the yeah, it's the same logo. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, use the recycler in here. If you have 3 or more cards to play with worker trash, your opponent gets 1 breakout roll. Yeah, just that. All right, we cooking. I'm a big fan because you know that even if you don't run that no, I was gonna say you don't run double spotlight. That's asking for trouble. That is asking for trouble.
I mean, you just gotta have unblank your finishes then on your 15.
I'd probably run one anyway. That spotlight's good enough. All right, that is all the Grand Pack competitors. I do not have the stuff for Gallows and Anderson handy. I assure you that they're in indie, so they're probably pretty good.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. It is. I know you did them on E2. I know you did them on E2. We're in the same chat. Todd sent them like 5 minutes after the fact, Schmidt. I just don't have them pulled up, and I'm not going to scroll back. That's a whole week's worth of Messenger, and Messenger's already going through it as it is. Facebook is going through hell, just like all the people who use AI should. Never mind. It comes in waves, horse. It'll be like 4 messages a day, and then I wake up, and then there's 80. All right. Hood is in here. It is 7 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. It is 8 o'clock for the Eastern. I am running out of things to say. We have gone through a whole hell of a lot, and we have been visited by 2 dogs actually. We have Hood and Debbie. I never did the full Olympics breakdown, man. We're about to have to do that. We're gonna have to do that the next time. And
it might be done on the car ride over to Atlanta.
That may be a thing we could just do, like an audio only, or record it like that and then just post it later. It's going to be a lot of like very rude things, so that would definitely be a audio only. So maybe you can't tell who's saying what. A full car ride. It's going to be a lot of Possum saying very out of pocket things. Looking forward to seeing y'all at Southern Pride. I'm looking forward to seeing you, El Jefe. I'm very excited. Very excited to be. I just got to work this weekend, then I'm good. And then I get to build and adjust decks. Everyone's favorite part of going to conventions. Look at this, sweetie. No. All right. I am going to sign it off there. Let's see if we got a video or anything that can play. All right. This is what happens with Pyrenees, yo. If you stop touching them at all, they're like, "Hey, what's up? You're not done yet."
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's anything fun. Oh yeah, we can. We'll end it with some ass. How about that? Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a nice stat card comment. Black Star just put. Ooh, I need to close that. All right. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna turn on this ass video and then go get something to eat. Y'all have a good night.
See ya.
See ya.
Look at this ass, isn't it fat? Wouldn't you say Trey's in love with that? Look at this shake, look at that sway. Gravity's losing a fight today. Up that ass crack, where that thong at? Why Starbreaker always playing with that? Oh, chalky and thick, can't catch this that stack card ass. Something's amiss while you post this. My family game, oh that booty insane. Why this graphic gets so damn thick? Why you do this Brian Schmidt? Enough about that. And draws in that bread. Give me two of them buns and that Monterey